Thank you so much, members of parliament and members of both states. The statement reads, the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides for the establishment of a multi-party democratic state based on specific and enumerated foundational values. Under the said Constitution, the Deputy President does not undertake a separate and distinct nomination process in presidential elections. He is, therefore, the principal assistant of the President as an integral appendage of the presidency, who must operate under restricted and limited terms and conditions within the general authority of the President. The Deputy President must loyally assist the President in promoting the unity of the nation, and the occupier of the office must respect, uphold, safeguard the Constitution. Above all, as a state officer, the Deputy President must be at the forefront in complying with the responsibilities of leadership as spelled out in Chapter 6 of the Constitution on leadership and integrity. The Deputy President has declared war against established state institutions, some of them which are creatures of the Constitution, just like his high office. The police, that is, which includes the DCI, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, are constitutional bodies. The Deputy President is the second highest ranking member of the National Security Council, which exercises supervisory control over national security organs. Ipso facto, he is well placed to deal with questions or challenges that may arise concerning operations of security organs. The Deputy President should therefore be the last person to complain against government institutions in funerals, roadside pronouncements with a loud megaphone that can only undermine the authority and mandate of government institutions and may well constitute an offense against public order. The Deputy President has questioned the capacity and mandate of the investigatory and prosecutorial organs of the state. These persistent attacks have targeted numerous public officers, including the CS Matiang'i, the PS Karanja Kibicho, the DCI George Kinoti, the public prosecutor Nudin Haji, who serve at the core of the public service functions and operations. He has claimed that the system has been mobilized to bring him down and persistently alleged that his life is in danger. In recent attacks, he has not spared the head of state either, with a crude and sinister reference to the purported existence of a deep state. These attacks have now peaked with the creation of a team directly loyal to the Deputy President within the ruling party, with the objective of eroding the prestige and honor of the President of the Republic of Kenya and the leader of his party, and to fight the government from within. This is unacceptable and ultimately renders the government dysfunctional and divided, as opposed to BBI that we want. The statement continues to say, there is an open war on the President and good governance. Last year, the President and Raila Odinga embarked on and launched a major initiative to fight against corruption and to build bridges leading to the exalted destination of a united and prosperous Kenya. The Deputy President has questioned the formulation and implementation of these noble objectives. Despite national and international acclaim and approval of the Building Bridges initiative, the Deputy President has openly fought against it. The narrative of peace, justice, and reconciliation is total anathema to the Deputy President. The brazen attacks on the government and public institutions have been extended to the social media and targeted varied groups in society. In these circumstances, center cannot hold, in quotes, unless appropriate action is taken against these malfeasances against democracy, the rule of law, accountability, and good governance. The President has appealed to state officers and the nation as a whole that the country should not be subjected to early campaigns for the 2022 general election, but the Deputy President has bluntly disobeyed his principle, and in this regard, in our view, this constitutes gross misconduct and an act of insubordination. Thank you. Next reader.
Yeah, thank you. The message continues, and I start off with the issues of integrity. The authority and respect of the government has been subverted by the integrity issues facing the Deputy President. In fact, the question of the rectitude and forthrightness of the Deputy President has always clouded the character of the Deputy President right from the beginning, as his public record has constantly been fraught with concerns and controversies about his ethical probity, ranging from the grabbing of public and private land to participation in fraudulent deals. The list is endless, but let us mention just a few. Start with the issue of the maize scandal. The second one is the issue of land grabbing, including the KCAA land, on which he has developed the Western Hotel. Remember, he also attempted to grab the land of Langata Primary next to it for parking for his hotel. The displacement of private citizens in Rift Valley. The Aro and Kimwarer dam projects. He sensationally claimed that no money was lost and that there was a legitimate expenditure of 7 billion for the projects by the National Treasury, which we know up to now to be untrue. The operations of Amaco in questionable deals and contracts with Kenya Pipeline Corporation and other state institutions. Manipulation of planning, budgeting, and procurement procedures, and the irregular securing of payments for his personal benefit, and thereby acting in constant abuse of office, contrary to the law of the land. History of fraud, acquisition of unexplained wealth and unjust enrichment, arms deals and association with the underworld. The launching of ghost projects. The Public Accounts Committee has openly accused Ruto of launching ghost projects. He purportedly commissioned the Lower Nzoia irrigation project without the involvement of parent ministries and claimed credit for it. He does not launch the projects as an appropriate and official undertaking. To the contrary, he is driven by an overriding selfish and extraneous objective of promoting his egoistic ambitions to attain the office of president in 2022 by whatever means possible. We also note the issue of unbridled ambition. The Deputy President is definitely guilty of public misconduct and grave malpractices and has not lived up to the oath of office that he subscribed to before assuming that office. He has not brought honor to the nation and dignity to the office of the Deputy President and has failed to promote public confidence in the integrity of the high office. We are aware even in international media there is mention of his office on a constant basis in the recent past. He had rather rule Kenya than serve the people. He has not offered a selfless service based solely on the public interest. He is not honest, and his personal interests are in constant conflict with his public duties. With this state of affairs, we feel that William Ruto must shape up or ship out. He needs time and undivided attention to pursue the only thing and ambition that makes sense to him and meaning in his life, which is to dream and campaign for his 2022 presidential, presidential election. So I think that is our position as of now. Thank you very much.